Hello. I hope you can hear me. Uh, yeah. Cool. So, today, first of all, I didn't train today. I tried going to the gym, but I was so tired that after doing 3 sets of stiff leg deadlifts, I was just like, it's better to just take a rest day and get some good sleep and train tomorrow, especially because tomorrow I have to wake up early because I'm gonna train with my friend, which is gonna be very fun. But what I wanted to talk about today is mostly just something that I've been thinking a lot about recently, which is just how there's so many things in life where the biggest consequence is a little bit of social awkwardness or getting just no as a reply, and how beneficial it has been in my life recently of just simply asking for help. And this is just applied everywhere, just asking for advice about training, if someone can do something for me. And I've just actively tried that if if there's a situation that can be helped by just simply asking someone else, or just if that's the biggest factor of just doing it. And so far, it's been working wonderfully. And for example, my parents, they are incredible and they help me a lot. And recently, there's been a situation where my life would be a lot less stressful if I just got help. So I just phoned my mom and just asked her for help, and she said yes. Now, for that point, I don't think you should just take help for granted either. You should definitely appreciate the fact that someone is willing to help you out or give you advice, and I think you should let them know that you're thankful if you ever do get some help and someone gives efforts to you to help you with something. You should definitely acknowledge the fact that they went out of their way, but still, the main fact is this all comes from you just simply asking for help. And if someone just recognizes the fact that no, they don't have the time or they don't have the energy to help you, and they just simply say no, that's completely fine. You're still at the same position you were before, so you're no worse off, and you potentially could have gotten help, so you could have been in a better situation. So even if you ask 100 people for help and everyone says no, you're still in the exact same position that you were before. So just to give an example, so today for me, I've been trying to figure out how I'm gonna change my medicine so I can go and travel for longer periods of time. And this is something that I've been thinking about for like the last week. And I was trying to figure out how should I send a mail, because I thought that was the easiest way to or mail or message to contact the doctor. And I just thought about it. I was like, the fastest way is probably just to call. Like, if I just call and speak to someone from the hospital, they will be able to give me some sort of insight. And worst case, they will just be able to say, no, we can't help you. And then I'm in the exact same position that I was before. So what I did today, I just called the hospital, explained my situation. I was put over to a nurse, and then the nurse helped me out. She got me an appointment with the doctor. She left a message with the doctor of the note and the situation that I'm thinking about. And she also helped me find out how I can send the message to the doctor. And all this just stemmed from just picking up the phone and asking, and it cleared a problem that I've been thinking about and just procrastinating about for 1 week almost, just sitting, stressing, thinking, how am I gonna solve this? All from simply just asking. And I really feel like that's been a key just to move faster, by just thinking, what problem do I have in life? Can I solve it myself? And can this be solved exceptionally faster if I just ask someone else how to do it? Another example is today I was watching the presentations of my other classmates, and there was one incredible presentation of a person that had a really interesting presentation about inflation and money and just basic economics in Kenya. And I really found the presentation fascinating. And before, I would just leave it at that. However, I really wanted to read his entire, because it's only a 15-minute presentation, which obviously you can't convey everything in a 50-page document in 15 minutes. So I just asked my teacher because one of my teachers was his advisor for the bachelor thesis. So I just asked my teacher for his email address, and I just sent him a quick message asking him, "Hi, I really enjoyed your presentation. I would really like to read the rest of your bachelor thesis." And he replied to me after 5 minutes, just saying, "Yeah, thank you for saying kind words about my presentation. Here's the here is the entire thesis." And that was just, it just amazed me and hit me like, wow, you can just simply ask. Another example is I met someone here in my building that is also a student, and he also helps the landlord out for getting new students in when other people are moving out. So for me, I'm moving out, so he is helping the landlord find another student to live in my room. And I asked him, like, how did you get that job, because it's quite an unusual job? And he just told me he just met the landlord, he spoke to him, and then he just one day asked, like, he just asked the landlord, how are you getting new students into the room, because almost every single year people move out from this building and you have to find new people to move in and go through that process. And he got the job, so now he works part-time as I'm not exactly sure what that job would be called, but finding new people to, kind of like a real estate agent, I guess. But the main point was, he just asked, and he said the same thing, which is, you don't, there's no the downside is so little, and especially compared to the upside. Like, you definitely might have situations where it's a bit socially awkward, someone says no, or I don't know, might even get angry at you, but the upside is also there, right? Like, you might get amazing help and find out something that you never learned before, or even just meet new people just by asking a question. And that's something that's just, I feel like we've all heard that before, of just ask, and it's something that seems so obvious in hindsight and when you think about it, but just the amount of times in my life where I try to do the things myself, which is not a bad thing, because I think figuring out stuff for yourself is important and something you should do, but also I've noticed just the amount of situations I avoid, and where I get into harder situations where I could have just asked someone that I know for help, and most people are usually quite happy to help. For me, example, like whenever I'm asked by, especially one of my friends, if they just ask me for help with, it could be some schoolwork or just something else, I'm usually like I'm happy to help, and I think most people are happy to help others because they feel, I don't know, it feels good helping other people out. Yeah. That's what I've been thinking about all day, along with exams, because I have to have one final exam on Friday, which I will be very happy to be finished with. But mostly thinking about that. So yeah, my main message for myself today is just keep asking people. Ask people for help. There is very little downside, and there is very. I think we underestimate the upside, and we overestimate the downside. I'm going to go to bed because that's why I didn't train today, which is me. I'm not really happy about taking a rest day, but I think it would have been worse off if I just trained and pushed myself and went to bed later and then had to wake up early. I'm gonna go to bed now, sleep well, wake up, eat food, and I'm gonna train upper with my friend, and I'm very excited to see how this camera and microphone looks in the gym. I also hope I haven't been speaking to myself like a fool for I don't know how long we've been recording. 12 minutes. Oh, I can see it now. I'm learning about the camera and it's quite intuitive. I'm really amazed about how good and easy technology is to use. Like how you can just how the companies are so good at making their products that if you've grown up with technology, most of it you can just learn just by figuring it out, just like what makes sense to have where. That's another story. Okay, I will see you tomorrow for upper day and bench. Yeah, bye.